Welcome to Okay So. I'm Eric.
And I'm Shoana.
And today we're talking about blended families and single parenthood.
Yes.
Which is something a lot of us are going through.
Or have gone through.
Through. Do you want to talk about your experience?
Well, I mean, obviously, I was a single mom for a couple of years after I got divorced. And it was tough. It was not an easy process. I know one of the issues that I had was, finding the right person that would mesh with my children.
Yeah.
I had two girls, and you're afraid as well because you have, women. I remember when I dated my husband, when I was dating my husband and he would come around my girls, he would ask me, I remember one time him asking me, like, what's wrong with your kids? And I was like, what? What do you mean? I was offended. He was like, they don't talk. But I had taught them, not to talk to men. Not to speak to strangers, and, I didn't think that they would do it in my own home. Being there and having a full-time job, that's also difficult,
right.
Now I know you're a single dad. Yeah, so how's that for you?
The challenge that I come up against is navigating things with the other parent. And especially when, he's only 2.
Yeah.
Somebody else coming into the picture, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I think about it. And when I've dated or when I've been curious or been spending some time with somebody, I have kind of had her on the shoulder, like,
been a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So how do you get past that, I had the same, situation happen. It's not easy, once you bring, especially because of the kids, when you bring someone new into the picture, beyond just the other person, it's the children.
Yeah.
The kids are like, well, who's this? And they don't like the person because, of course, they're thinking of their parent.
We had a couple of outings where me and my son went to a restaurant with this woman I was seeing and her children. And she was kind of like, I think she was more in a place of, this is it, and I'm bringing this man into it. And, I don't think that she was that sure, but I think she wanted to be.
Right.
And I noticed myself kind of like, I don't know, my
Are you
spidey
backing
senses.
away, or
It wasn't that I was scared of the relationship, but I just noticed that I was very protective of my son. I remember this moment where we were leaving the restaurant and I put him in the stroller and she really wanted to push him. And I was like, it's
not time.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's as simple as pushing, but what I realized I was getting at was there was something on the inside of me that was like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you
is it really as simple as pushing?
Exactly.
Why did she really want to do this?
Exactly.
I'm not knocking her. Everybody has their reasons, but I think when you start to date someone, you kind of want to, and there is a blended family or there are children involved, you go above and beyond, so that this person can get comfortable with you, But I think it's also really important to understand that, you need to really ease into that, and not like, okay, I want to push, or, hey kids, let's go play. And the kids aren't really ready to play with you.
Natural.
It has to be organic.
Anything that seems contrived or forced,
right?
It sends up red flags, because I came out of a situation where there was a big need to control, and so I'll admit that I'm really sensitive to it, but at the same time, we can just chill.
Obviously, for me to date someone, he really has to genuinely like my kids and not just play with them. I need to see it reciprocated. I need to see that my kids are into, and because I know that my kids are really picky, when I saw them like really into him, it warmed my heart, and it made me feel comfortable. Like for me, I didn't want to feel desperate, I want to date someone, but I never want him to feel like I'm looking for a father for my children.
Right.
And that's another issue that I had. And I was going to give him up because I felt like, I was divorced. I had 2 kids. He had never been married. He didn't have any kids. I just felt like there had to be someone better than me out there for him. And I was willing to lose him to give him to someone, because I came with baggage, and it wasn't like, I'm not saying my kids are baggage, but like the divorce.
Yeah.
With a divorce comes an ex-husband and all the drama that goes with that.
Now I feel like that's kind of more of a, if I'm hearing a second guessing or like another opinion, it's given me a little bit of pause to take a deeper look at why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
And it's given me the power, I feel, to be that much more real about what's happening right now, you know, and where we're going.
Great discussion. That was great.
I feel that.
Yeah, it's good. So you're watching Okay So.
What's your okay so?